Hey, I'm back this week with a tutorial on these beautiful waist-length boho twists. I did them on myself and they're the perfect style for summer because they're fun, feminine, and surprisingly lightweight compared to regular 3-strand braids. I've seen this style a lot and it usually looks a little dull because most people use marley hair. I'm going to show you how I got them to look so luscious and bouncy, so keep watching. So as usual, I start with my hair blow dried and ready to go. I had to use 2 different kinds of hair because I ran out of my favorite one, but that's not important. What's important is that you use straight pre-stretched hair. This hair comes with the sheen and shine already built into it, as opposed to marley hair, which tends to look pretty dull straight out of the pack. That's a huge tip, so I'm already putting you on. So now I have my natural hair out and I'm going to show you how I get through the trickiest part, which is the back. I don't have anyone helping me with this. All my styles are all me. So I just start with the rough draft part, just winging it without looking. And then I use 2 full body length mirrors to help me straighten out the part a bit. Using body length mirrors frees up my hand so that I can just focus on parting, not holding a mirror to see. And my part still isn't perfect, but you're not going to be able to see it when the full style is done anyway, so who cares? You just want to get it as neat as you personally can and move on. So then I section off that first part into 3 sections and I add rubber bands to start my twists. I'm going to do this on my full head as the rubber bands would be my foundation. For now, I'm just showing you this first row. So I pin the other sections away and then I take a piece of weave and I crochet that into my section under the rubber band. This serves as an anchor so that your twist doesn't slip. Then I take my natural hair and I separate that in half. And then add my braiding jam to each half. This helps it to blend with the weave. I'll leave the name of my braiding jams down below. And I also crochet 1 piece of loose wavy hair into my section as well, but I didn't show that part yet because I missed a step here. I'll show you that part later. So then what you want to do is just twist each half individually into a coil and then wrap those 2 coils around each other to create your twist. It's really simple, but I will show this again in a second because being a visual learner myself, I just appreciate visual repetition. I can basically show you better than I could tell you. And you can see that first row coming together. I was playing with the size of the braids and I ultimately settled on the smaller ones because I didn't want the style to be too heavy since it's so hot outside. But look how well my hair blends with the stretched hair and how shiny it is. So next, I did the rubber bands all over my head, and this really helps to prep the style because you can see exactly how your twists are going to lay. And that's most of the work. I love how thick my hair has gotten ever since I stopped doing wash and goes at the beginning of this year, and I started sticking strictly to stretch styles. And this is where I ended the night because it was 3 a.m. by the time I got. So the next day, I got back to work, repeating the same process that I showed you with the first row, but by the second row, I figured out how to make the add-in wavy hair more secure. So I'm going to show you the full walkthrough real quick one final time with my second to last braid in a sec. So what you want to do is start by adding your wavy hair first with the crochet hook. I found that this helps to prevent it from getting caught in the rest of the thicker straight weave. Then I just pin that wavy hair away. And next I also add the straight weave using a crochet hook. You want to make sure each half is even so that you don't end up with a piece that's way shorter than the other one. That's how you end up with bumpy twists and kind of crooked ends. So next, I unpin my wavy hair that I had pinned away, and I take 1/2 of that wavy hair section and bring that through the middle of my soon-to-be twist. This secures it even further so that it doesn't end up falling out. you're not going to have to deal with that wavy hair again for the rest of the braid. You just pin that wavy hair back again and get started with your braid. So then I repeat the same process as I showed you on that first row. Adding braiding gel to my natural hair so that it blends well with the weave. Twisting each half into a coil. And then wrapping those two coils around each other to create a nice full twist. If your twist just looks like one coil, then you know you're doing it wrong. You need to wrap it in a certain direction to create the twist, and your hands will feel it if it's not right, trust me. This takes some practice, but when you know, and you'll be so happy once you get it. And finally at the bottom, all I do is add a rubber band to secure it. That's it. When you let the twist go, you will find that it expands on its own and becomes a nice full-bodied twist. I also love that the wavy hair adds even more body to the style while keeping it lightweight like I've been saying. It's girly, it's fun to play with, and it's such a cute feeling when it cascades down your back. Like, I feel so regal rocking this style. I'm gonna show some different ideas for styling it as I wear it, so stay tuned for that and comment below to let me know if you're feeling this and if you plan to try it. As always, I appreciate your viewership so much, and I hope you'll come back next week for the next video. Later, babes.